Hello and welcome to the Anime Stop Pod. My name's Sav, and as always, I'm with Mr. Genesis.
Hello.
Do you know what we didn't do in the first episode? Link in the description for his channel. Does a lot of ARC videos, if you like that. Got you, got your back. Today, we are going into our first deep dive episode.
Yeah, buddy. On
one of your favourites, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood part is very important.
Yes, we'll get into that. Now, as you can see, it's not one of my favourites. I have not a single... I've got a lot of stupid stuff behind me. A lot of great investment behind me. Nothing from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I have the first edition box set at home.
You do. Before we start off with a synopsis of the show, and as is one of your favourites, I'm just going to pass it over to you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. Right, obviously, a lot of people probably have seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or have at least heard of it. I'll do a TLDR rather than a full-blown explanation of the whole thing.
For the viewers at home and me, what is TLDR?
Too long, didn't read.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool.
Got you. So, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a story of two brothers, Edward and Elric, and it starts off...
Whoa. Edward,
Elric, and Alphonse. Oh my God, see?
Okay.
Brain's dead.
Sorry.
Edward and Alphonse Elric. Ed and Al. Can you tell it's one of my favourites? That didn't happen. Excuse me. So, yeah. So, it's two brothers. This show basically starts off with a little fight scene, and then it goes into a flashback of Ed and Al's past, where they both tried to transmute their mother who had passed away, and due to the law of equivalent exchange, which is how alchemists get their power in the show, Edward loses his left leg, and then Alphonse loses his entire body. Ed then saves his brother by transmuting his soul onto a suit of armor, which costs him his right arm. And the story is effectively their quest to get Alphonse's body back. Whole load of hidden meanings, loads of conspiracy theories. It's fairly political. You know, you've got Amestris, which I wonder which country that's based off of. And then you've got all the other countries that are warring with Amestris, and Amestris is fighting these wars for the good of Amestris, apparently. You have Father, who is effectively a homunculus, the first homunculus. And then he splits his, what they call his deadly sins into other beings. And Ed and Al basically fight them, realize a whole load of truths, discover a lot about alchemy, discover a lot about themselves, discover
the corruption of I don't even remember the name, and you just said it 3 times.
Amestris.
Yes, the corruption.
So the reason why Amestris is as powerful as it is, loads of things. There's so much involved. There's relationships, there's friendships, there's emotion, there's your favourite thing, emotional deaths. And then it just culminates in this grand, huge battle at the end, where they effectively fight a fake god. And I'm not going to do any more spoilers other than that, because some of you might not have seen it, and that is enough to...
You did really well to not do any spoilers.
I really did. I did my best. I did my best.
So, why is it your favourite?
It's not my favourite.
Sorry, why is it one of your favourites?
I don't want to get shouted at by One Piece fans.
Yeah.
One Piece is up there, by the way, so don't shout at me too much. Why is it one of my favourites? It is to the point. There's no fluff, no spoilers. Everyone has their own personality. Everyone has their own backstory. You learn enough about the main characters to become emotionally invested in each individual character. I personally feel. You
got your romance thing there as well, and to keep you happy.
Of course. Yeah. You can't have a good anime without a little bit of romance. Don't judge me. Yeah, and also it just wraps up perfectly. It is a perfect wrap up. And the thing is, the wrap up is exactly as it should be equivalent exchange. In order for it to wrap up, everyone gives something to achieve something else. Everyone gives away a piece of themselves or a part of them or someone or something. Everyone has sacrificed to achieve their end goal. So it all wraps up nice with a nice little bow. Doesn't really leave you wanting to know more because so you have the
You're satisfied.
You're satisfied. Alphonse has his path that he's going on and you're happy with his path. Edward has his path that he's going on, you're happy with his path. Mustang and his crew have their path. The teacher, whose name I always forget, which is Izumi. Izumi Curtis. See, my brain does work sometimes. Izumi and her husband have their path that they're going on.
Their father also has his own path throughout the series, which becomes more clear as it as it goes. I mean,
it's just for me, it's such a perfect example of how to start, continue, and end an anime.
Also, it's not too long and it's not too short. And at the time when it came out, animes weren't really doing that.
No.
With regards, obviously you had your Death Note and stuff like that, but your shonen, if that's what you want to call it, maybe it's not a battle shonen, but that's how I'm looking at it, similar, they weren't really doing that.
No.
So it kind of broke the mold of we're going to have a short anime, 60, 70, 80?
I think 76 episodes, I want to say. I might be wrong, but...
Quite short, but didn't feel rushed, the pacing was quite good. Overall, it's quite... I'm supposed to be hating on it, I'll get there. But I just... I'm going to agree with you for now as to why it's good, basically.
Okay, I appreciate that. Because starting this off early with Wars is a bit much.
It's not, it's just, it's good.
It's really good. Because like you said, it changed a lot of things. It changed how anime was kind of perceived in some kind of way. Because everything was like, oh, it's one season, waiting for the manga, did it like... chop and change.
Even before seasons, though. Remember, before it weren't seasons, it was arcs.
Just weekly arcs.
It was arcs, and then eventually it would just change arc, but it was just weekly. It wasn't like getting released in cores. So One Piece is probably the only one that still does that. I mean, Boruto's trash, but that still follows that path.
Does that still have manga coming out? Anime coming out?
I don't know. The manga's really good. Apparently the manga's really good, but it's just the anime is so much anime only trash that is awful.
Forget Boruto. I don't want to talk about that crap
Well, I feel like, come on, that was my favourite before I discovered all these other ones. I was gutted. I gave it a chance for so long.
It's true, actually.
So I'm fully with you on that.
Boruto winded him. But anyway,
they let me down.
Forget Boruto. But the other thing as well is...
I don't know how it came out, actually.
What?
Full Metal. Did it come out like... slowly, did they just release the whole thing? Was it a weekly?
I can't remember because I binged the whole thing. I mean, I had access to the whole thing. I can't
I feel like back in them days we were teenagers and we found our ways to get a hold of it, right?
Crunchyroll.
I mean, we are now fully fledged Crunchyroll users. So
yes.
Tight.
But yeah, so the other thing as well is why I do really like Brotherhood as opposed to Full Metal Alchemist is that Full Metal Alchemist was such a deviation to the manga. Because it had the same what we spoke about in the last one. When they changed from the manga, they deviate and the manga isn't coming out fast enough, and they didn't want to put filler into it, so they kind of just
did like Boruto things, which is why I brought it up.
Yeah,
they threw up anime only stuff.
Yes,
which is just
Full Metal Alchemist is so terrible. Like, do you remember Rose, the one with the girl in the church? In like the first chunk when they're in the Church of the Sun God and there's a guy who has the chimera and then he transmutes the machine gun to his arm. Okay. Do you remember Rose, the girl who starts questioning him?
Chimera.
No, not that chimera. Yeah, I know.
It's emotional as well, you know. It is quite good. Top 10 for me.
I will convert him by the end of this.
Top 10 for me.
We'll make it top 5. But yeah, so Rose plays a very minor part in Brotherhood, but in Full Metal Alchemist, she plays a massive role.
Yeah.
For like no reason. Okay. So it's a lot of the deviation from Brotherhood is what made me like Brotherhood so much more because it's like they looked at it and they're like, no, this is crap.
We need to change.
We're fixing this.
Yeah. Okay.
And they fixed it.
Do you want to hear my reasons?
I'm ready. Sorry, I just reeled off. I'm ready for hatred. I'm ready for hatred.
It's just.
Are you sure?
I said this. If we were doing a rating system.
Yes.
And we started at 10 stars or 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. And then we removed the rating for everything that was wrong with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yep.
Have to include Brotherhood, who's going to shout at me. I wouldn't have much to take off. Yeah? The pacing's good.
Yep.
It's got emotional jutsu.
Yep.
complete story.
Yep.
Ended well, true to the manga. It wouldn't be much to take off. It would probably finish on a
It would finish in the higher
in a 10 or a
spectrum.
higher 9, let's say. It would be close to the full rankings
Yeah.
because of it, yeah?
Okay.
But if I was to start at 0 and then put a star on for everything I loved or what grabbed me,
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't do
very well.
very well. Not I'm still going to get a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's still going to do well.
Yeah.
But
It wouldn't do as well as if you removed stars from perfect to your version
yeah,
of
I
what
just
it is.
didn't see the. And you got to remember, it wasn't even like I was waiting for it. I binged it too.
Yeah.
I just didn't see the. There were some good scenes, man.
So-
Mustang scene. I loved Greed. Greed made me laugh.
Greed was wicked.
Greed, oh, he was my guy.
Greed was sick.
Probably
Greed was
one of my favourite villains in it.
Yep.
Like I liked him.
Yep.
I liked him a lot. He was good.
He wasn't even a villain, really.
Shapeshifter, shall we call him?
Wait, Greed, or you were talking about Envy?
No, Greed. Envy was a villain, bro.
Oh, Envy was a pagan. I was going to say, I was about to.
I hate
I was about to throw hands.
Envy's
right now.
up there with the guy that boots Robin down the stairs. I hate that guy.
Oh, Envy
With the
was-
mankind mask, he deserves it, man. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So like the original Greed, it was more of a villain than the Greed that took over the prince.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. The other one, that Greed got, like the prince had enough to turn him into a anti-hero. Like what would you call?
It's a shapeshifter. Every anime's got one. You got your Itachi, you got your Vegeta, you got your Piccolo, you got your. They kind of still got it in them, but they now switched their ways, kind of thing. Like.
So Greed for me was a really good character. So you got Greed. Most of Greed scenes are really good, right? Look, goosebumps.
I like Bradley.
Bradley, as far as villains go, he's not one of my favorites. But Bradley as a villain is awesome.
It's not even. I don't like his character. I love his aura.
Yes,
He
he exudes power.
That's
and
the one.
confidence. Like it's
he
mad.
exudes evil. Yeah. It radiates from his body.
Yes.
But I can't explain it. Yeah, that I get that vibe from him.
Yeah.
You know? He's not a sicko.
No, but bro, there's so many scenes where Bradley shows a little bit of something, and you're like,
Yeah.
like even Ed's, what's it called? Where his trial for the alchemy exam.
Yes.
Just that bit where he does to Ed's spear. Just you don't even see it, bro.
Yeah. He's a bit. He's a pagan too, though.
Yeah, but you know the mad thing with
I
Bradley.
was upset to see him go, innit?
I was very upset to see Bradley. But you know why? Because Bradley is like that villain who didn't want to be a villain.
Okay.
Because you can tell. Because, all right, that whole thing with when he's crying, when he's shaking at the funeral, right? Even though he's saying that, you could tell at the end when he's going that he does have these small lingering regrets that he became who he became. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? It's not like Greed, for example. No, Gluttony. But Gluttony is just like a child that just wants to eat everything.
Yeah, and Envy's a lunatic, like raging lunatic.
Yeah. This is it. Envy's nuts. Envy's messed up. But it goes to show you the difference in.
Well, that's the whole thing of like, who was Bradley? Sorry, we're gonna give you. Spoilers.
Bradley
it's hard
was
to, hard
Wrath.
to talk about.
Bradley
Wrath,
was
yeah.
Wrath.
So obviously, he's not necessarily. It's just power, isn't it? You know, the name is actually. It represents a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is why
exactly.
it's good in that
Yeah.
sense.
So Envy, he's written in the exact way someone who is envious would be. They deflect.
That's it. Yeah.
They try and make you think about yourself because they're envious of a situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pride will do anything. Ruthless. When you're proud, pride is the downfall of man.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Some silly
right?
decisions for your
Because
pride.
you will do it because you know you can, or because you want to, or because you want to prove people wrong. That's what pride is. And you've got wrath. Wrath is anger, but anger comes from pain. And all of these things come from places where, like, it makes so much sense why their character is the way they are. Even lust, like, she was.
Talk about lust.
Yeah, she was just lustful. Like, and the thing is, she was just a little bit twisted. I'm not justifying their behaviour. I want to just clarify, right? But like, she was just a bit twisted, right? So you got Sloth. Sloth was lit.
Who's the guy who was saying Mendox here?
Sloth.
Sloth, yeah. I think that's why
Sloth, the guy who's just been digging for 20 years, bro. Like, imagine my man's been digging for 20 years.
That's your boy, man. That's your dream life, isn't it? Just dig for 20 years.
Just no one speak to me. Just let me just dig my tunnels, get wham, massive muscles. Oh, what a life.
Sorry, my phone nearly turned itself off again.
You do love like messing about with your phone.
It's this, man.
I know. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, like.
Right. So, let me go. Now I've got a question for you.
Go for it.
Can you think of anything that'll make it better? I don't think you're going to give me a yes. I don't think so.
As far as the general anime vibe goes, no. For me, it was basically perfect. But in terms of things that I would have liked to have seen that might have taken away, yes, there are a couple of things that I would have liked to have happened.
Okay.
But no, you can't add anything into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because it doesn't need anything. There's nothing it needs. It is as good as it is, and it is as good as it can possibly be.
So, if you was going to give it a rating, what would you give it?
See, this is hard because...
Well, how are we doing this as well? Out of 10? Out of 5?
It's got to be out of... I feel like out of 10...
It's got to be out of 5, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like...
But we can have halves.
Yeah, we can have like a... Yeah. But my thing is, it's weird because I feel like I would rate, as an anime, I would rate Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood over Bleach. But I liked Bleach more. Does that make sense?
Personal rating.
Personal rating, out of 5. I would give it a 4.5. I'll give it a 4.5.
So you're not giving it a 5, even though your argument is always is perfect. So really, you're in the same boat as me.
For me, it's just not long enough.
Not long enough. I like that.
Like
I like that. I'm a fan of the. When I was like telling Rory to watch One Piece, he's like, I'm not watching it. It's like, bro, that's what makes it so good, bro. It never ends.
not that it never ends. Not that it never ends. But it's like I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of Mustang. If that makes sense.
A little bit more of everyone. The characters you liked, you wanted to see.
I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of like you know Bradley's backstory.
I was about to say that. Yeah, I want to see.
I would have loved to have seen more of Bradley's backstory, right? Because the only question that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood left me with is, we saw how Bradley got his power. He was an experiment, right? And he was the extraction of thing. Like, I would have liked to have seen what the early homunculus were like. So I'd have liked to have seen Lust when she was either made or when she first got her power, or Gluttony when he first got his power, or Pride when I would have loved to have seen that.
Okay, all right.
But that's probably the only thing that was missing.
It's more fan stuff though, man. It's not necessary for the story.
You don't need it. You don't need it. This is why. But that's only my personal.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a 4 in it, just because it's not even. Do you know what? I should give it a 4.5.
Yeah.
But I can't give it the same rating you have because you hold it so much higher than I did.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because your rating and my rating can be. My rating is different than yours for a different reason. So if you think it's a 4.5, but your reason is different one, and you're not giving it a 5, that's fine.
Well, my reason for not giving it a 5 is it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
But like, not in that sense, but it just didn't.
Yeah, but
it didn't reach the heights. But there's no reason why you shouldn't give it a 5.
No, I'm telling you the reason why I didn't give it a 5.
What?
It's honestly, if I could give it a 4.89, I would. Can I give it a 4.89? Can I give it a 4.9?
No.
Well,
but then a 4.8 or 4.9 is closer to 5 than it is to 4.5.
You're right.
So it's got to be a 5.
It doesn't have to be a 5 because it's not.
You can't just have one 5, bro.
I don't have a 5.
That's bad.
I don't have a. There is no perfect, unbelievable.
We're not giving it for perfect. Come on, man. 5 don't mean perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm going off of. I'm saying for me, a 5 is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
You're never going to get a 5.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why. Unless it's Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's a 4. I wouldn't put Attack on Titan above Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. No chance. 0 chance.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It should be a 4.5 Attack on Titan. 5.
No, that's you. That's you, how you would do it. I'm not doing it like that.
But we can't compare ratings if you're not doing it the same way. And I'm not dropping mine for you.
I'm not saying.
So you're not going to have a single 5.
I won't have a 5, no.
Bro, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying to you.
Personal rating, I can't do that. I can't see how I gauge up.
We're discussing the scale here for the people, yeah? You can't have a 5. You can't not have a 5, bro. Then why are we rating out 5 out of 5 stars? There's not going to be a perfect one, is there?
But that's the whole point of 5. That's the whole point of a 5. Even on like my anime list. So MAL, which is where everyone rates for their animes. Even me, I put.
Yeah, I know.
So I put it at like 9.8. So I put it as high as I possibly could without giving it a 10.
Yeah, but you can go 5 here. I'm allowing you to go 5.
Okay. For the sake of this conversation,
Your top ones, I'm going to ask you all the time. So what's your rating? And you're not going to give me a single 5.
so by that standard, that means that One Piece, Bleach, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are all 5s.
Are 5. And for me, I'd probably give One Piece, Attack on Titan, 5. FMAB will be a 4.5 for me. I can't give FMAB a 4. You can't give Attack on Titan a 4. That's what I'm getting at. You can't.
Yes, I can. I just did.
You know what I mean, though. It's a 4.5, bro. It's not. It's good, but there's something that doesn't do it for you. Naruto will be a 4.
There's a no.
You can't.
That's
You get
horrible.
You know what I mean? This is why you can't do what you're doing, because otherwise you're going to give Naruto a 3.5, bro. I know it's not great, but you can't say that.
That ending will probably push it to a 3.5.
You can't say that. No, man. The ending pushes it to a 4 because it's not good enough. Like.
Okay, fine. If this is how this is gonna go, I'm gonna get I have to save face for Sav. Then fine. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Bleach, and One Piece are all 5s.
Right, so you're ruining it. You're not supposed to tell everyone your ratings.
You're ruining it.
Right, so FMAB is 5 for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go 4.5.
Okay.
So I just had a plan. I just had a visual plan while we were doing this.
He just wanted to give it a 4.5, but he didn't want to give it the same as me when I love it so much. That's basically the long and short of it.
No, I just knew that if you was giving that 4.5, I knew straight away you're not giving nothing a 5, and you can't do that.
But why? What if I am that guy that just never gives out a perfect score, and then one day something comes along? Because I would give.
Then.
Well, hold up. Because I would give Mushoku Tensei's light novel a 5.
No, then we just say you are A star, 5+. We make a separate category because it stands in a league of its own.
Jesus Christ.
Not just the city, the world. Listen, my plan, my visualize with me. We can have lists after now. So now we've got lists after we talk about an anime. So now you're going to have full, and then we can slowly, then after we got loads, we can make little lists, debate. Oh, why is that so low? Oh, come on. You like the plan?
What do you think? Okay, so after 10 minutes of actual debating about the rating as opposed to the show,
Well, that was part of the show, bro. Like, I mean, it's not.
it's a 5. It's a 5.
It's solid.
It's a 5.
Solid. Jesus, man. Right.
Anything else you want to gun me for about Fullmetal Alchemist? Because it's not really a deep dive. So far, you just cussed me about what.
We're not deep diving. We're just talking opinions on it. How can we deep dive?
You're right. You're right.
If you want to deep dive, we can deep dive.
We ain't got enough battery.
Still full.
For now. No, so right, so when you say, we'll discuss this now because we might as well. When you say it didn't grab you, I know this is more for them because obviously I've heard you reel this off 1,000 times. But where it doesn't grab you, right? Based on how you were talking about it at the start, yeah. Oh, Bradley, there's moments. Bradley's lit.
There's
Mustangs is.
There's no.
But it has. But just to clarify, you like the. You like
but
you like the emotional jutsu. You like the fight scenes. You like explanations. You don't like questions being left unanswered.
I feel like
all of these things,
the questions and the answers, I didn't care for. That's if you're asking me the question, that's why. I don't care.
That's mad because why don't you like?
I didn't care. I didn't care for the answers they gave me. I watched it. This is going to sound horrible, and I don't mean it like that. I watched it in the same way that I watched Dragon Ball Z, for example. Like, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't watching it for that. Does that make any sort of sense? I don't know, man. It didn't. I can't explain it. My explanation power is weak. We've been through this, innit? Like, I can't really explain things properly.
You can't explain it without getting like.
I just know it
just bleeped out constantly.
It doesn't do it. Like, I don't know.
But the thing is,
from the first episode,
yeah.
Equivalent exchange, mum, whatever, lost his body, blah blah blah, lost his arm. The only thing that really what I wanted to see at the end was like, does he get his body back? Mm-hmm. All the other questions that came about and it just didn't. I wasn't interested. Maybe because it was too much like real life. I like to be taken away from real life. I like the fantasy element of anime, like. No, but I mean like. Bro, the corrupt government, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's more...
this is where this is where it just confuses me.
I don't know actually, because that is very similar to the piece of One.
This is what I'm saying to you. That's the first thing that I thought was corruption, government. Like One Piece touches on. We're not making this about One Piece, but One Piece touches on so many real life elements.
No, just the government thing made me think of that. It's called the world government, bro.
Right? But it touches on so many elements, right? But because it's phantasmagorical and they're sailing and there's gum fruits and there's all these like mad powers, that's why it takes you away from it.
Mate, I don't know why. I don't listen. I can't tell you why.
That's so weird to me. Like, I can tell you what. Like, I can give you reasons as to why certain things just don't tickle me. You understand? Like, I'll turn around and say to you right now, Naruto got me in so many ways that I did not think I would get got by an anime, and the ending killed it, just destroyed it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's universally known by everyone.
Yeah.
Like
the majority of people that I have heard say bad things about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are saying bad things about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because of its MAL rating and the FMAB fans. That makes sense.
Yeah,
so it's
but
like, you know, when you get
and
people
they're just hating. Yeah. Same reason I think the same with One Piece, to be honest. Like I feel like if you've watched enough of it,
it's like that guy that was like, oh, I watched 600 episodes and stopped. It's like, how do you watch 600 episodes of a show and just say I don't like it?
Yeah, I don't think you. So, but I agree with you there, and I don't have a bad word to say about it. I just don't have good words to say about it. I'm very neutral. Like I can accept that it's good, well written, perfect, well rounded. It just, I can't say the phrase that I say, but it just doesn't quite do it for me.
It doesn't float his boat.
Does not float my boat. Don't tickle my fancy. It just don't do it for me.
Okay. I don't want an answer to what I'm going to say, but to me that is just mental. Like, you don't have to answer what I'm saying, yeah, but it's like, to me it's mental. Like, to turn around and say something is so well-rounded, characters, all of this stuff, to say everything is well-rounded, you haven't got a bad thing to say about it. It's mad that you haven't got that in you to explain why it's not.
I don't know, it didn't pull me. It didn't pull me in. It didn't draw me in. Like, I watched it because you told me I had to watch it. I knew it was 70-something episodes, so it wasn't like, I'm going to drop this. So, okay, this is easy. I'll watch this. This is easy, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's not like a chore. It wasn't a chore. It was good story. It just wasn't... Bro, I can't explain it, man. You know, you know what I'm like if I like something.
Yes.
Yeah? Moriarty the Patriot.
Oh my God, you're not sharp about Moriarty the Patriot.
But I didn't... Christ. But it wasn't... I understood it wasn't great, but I liked it, yeah? So
it was an enjoyable watch.
If I like something, I like it. My hero. If I like something, I liked it. Yeah. Then I'll go for it. But yeah, look, I don't know. That's my only thing. Maybe if I watch it again, it might be different, but...
I don't know. I feel like if you watch it again with the mindset of trying to make you like it, you're not going to like it. If that makes sense. If you're watching it because you want to watch it again, fine.
Oh yeah, I'm not really a fan of doing that though. You know, like, I don't really watch things again.
I do, I would.
Silly stuff maybe, but like I'm not watching if I watch things again.
I got bored and randomly watched Dragon Ball Z again.
Dragon Ball Z is the only thing I can watch and repeat, but that's more because of nostalgia. Reminds me of when I was a child. Not really, I'm not watching it for anything else other than...
Just nostalgia fun.
Just stupidness, yeah.
But I do think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood has got so many good points to it. So, obviously we're discussing... whatever. But like, even the whole thing... Like, I've got goosebumps again, man. The whole thing with Izumi, and when she lost the baby, and all of that stuff with Izumi, and how... oh, I've forgotten his name. I've forgotten the dad's name.
You know what's mad? I don't even remember what you're talking about.
Bro, how?
Do you understand where I'm coming from now? Nothing sticks in my mind.
You have. I think you do actually have to watch it again then. Because Izumi, when she loses the baby, and Hohenheim relieves her of her pain, and it's just like madness because her husband punches up Hohenheim. And it's like, even that, like, bro, even that was wicked. And even in the scene where, Alex...
Who's Alex?
Armstrong, man.
Ah, he's lit.
No, his sister.
Oh.
No, he's Alex Louise Armstrong, and I can't remember what his sister's name. But even when they're talking with Izumi and they're going down the stairs, and then Izumi gets dragged in because they want her for the sacrifice, and everyone's like all panicking and what? Like, even the whole sacrifice thing. Oh my God, the sacrifices, when everyone loses what it is they want the most. And then you sit there and you're like, and Ed loses Alphonse. He can't find Alphonse because he's lost Alphonse, which is what he wanted the most. All of that is so good. Mustang, when he loses his eyesight, and what he wanted was to see a better future for a mistress. Oh, my goosebumps!
I didn't.
My goosebumps have turned to goose mountains.
See the way you see it. I don't see it like that.
No.
Do you understand? I think that's what it is. You see it differently to how I see it. But I don't. I think we're gonna just agree to. I'm not even disagreeing with you.
This is it. I think this is why I'm bugging out so much, because we're not disagreeing at all.
It just doesn't do it. Like, I don't know, man.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
so good.
Maybe if they had a I don't know.
Oh my god, what if they had a longer version that was just
Maybe if they had like blonde hair and electricity, and they screamed for a whole episode.
I'm taking my petrol and getting out of it, man.
Listen.
Yeah, my bug is that we're not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing or agreeing either.
We're on parallel paths.
Yeah, we're both going that way, but
Sorry.
Yeah, we're both going the same direction, but yours is skewed slightly into a different direction.
I like that. And that's how we're going to leave it. Thank you all for watching, people. You tried hard, to be honest, and I didn't hate, which I told you I wasn't really going to hate.
I was more impressed that you didn't actually try and like cuss me on that one.
It's just I got no cussing to do. I told you this. I've got no cussing to do. It just doesn't do it for me, and I'm really upset. I don't have a reason. If you guys want to cuss me, you can. As always, if you've got any suggestions on what you want us to deep dive on, talk about current, past, present, future games, let us know in the comment section below. Like the video. What's the other one? Subscribe.
There we go.
Hit the notification bell. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Check Jen's channel out. Next week, I think, is My Hero. My Hero, yeah, we're gonna have to watch a little bit, see what it is, and I feel like we're gonna have a lot of cussing in My Hero.
Oh, I'm so ready.
To the fandom, to the people, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm so ready. So, much love, people.
I can't leave it like that. Can we leave it like that? See ya.